Leesburg Tower, November 321 Alpha Charlie, inbound ILS 17.
Welcome everybody, Merry Christmas.
Continue ILS, runway 17, November 321 Alpha Charlie.
Today we're going to be flying a simple chill VFR flight from Leesburg down to KCHO, which is Charlottesville, Virginia. It's a little chill flight. Still setting up some new equipment, and so far I'm liking this. Got a lot of controls at my fingertips now, lots of options, and there's a little confusion still because sometimes the bindings don't get set correctly, but we're going to get there eventually. Little by little, I guess. But I've got my, Stream Deck Plus, I've got another Stream Deck, I've got throttle components over here, I've got another piece of
Skyline 421, holding short of 35, ready for takeoff.
So I'm testing all this stuff.
Skyline 421, winds 350, 13, runway 35, cleared for takeoff, safe travels.
Anyway, we had asked Leesburg Tower, we're sitting at Leesburg Tower now, we had asked for clearance because there's a TFR, so he told me to squawk 6233, so let's go ahead and get that set up. So that's going to be the code, and then 6233. I want to make sure it's on, so 6233, okay. And then ground is on 120.5. The altitude that we need to be is at 1500. So we're going to go ahead and set that up. This I'm using the Stream Deck Plus because it's got the little dials, so I've got where I can adjust the altimeter. And you'll see me using less of the mouse, but I still use the mouse on some things. And then we're going to set up the FLC.
Skyline 421, good day.
And the FLC, I believe I can control that by my, over here. FLC, so you can see it right here. We're increasing, that should be set to 74. .74 is the best climb for this plane. Okay, so let's just make sure we got everything set correctly. And we're going to bring up the EFB because we need to load in our flight plan. So we'll go over here. Since we filed the flight plan with SimBrief, we need SimBrief dispatch, and if we do view, we should have it set up already. KJYO, arrival is going to be KCHO. We'll go ahead and load that into, or import the route into the plane. And I've got plenty of fuel right now. I can see here, but instead of me having to look here all the time, I can now look quickly on my, for streaming purposes and sim purposes, I can actually have it on my Stream Deck Plus. I'm finding that the Stream Deck Plus, because I'm streaming and also trying to fly the sim, sometimes I just want quick readouts. That way it just makes the stream a little bit nicer. Because if you're trying to focus all on the sim and you're trying to stream, it can be difficult. So yes, I am kind of using some crutches, but the principles is what we still need to focus on. So we're gonna go here. So we got our clearance. So now we're gonna go to ground. Yeah, ground is on 120.5. Okay, let's set that. Good afternoon, ground, November Charlie Juliet 472 would like taxi clearance out to runway 35 for departure.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Leesburg ground, runway 35, taxi via Alpha 4, Alpha 5.
We're going to taxi to runway 35 via Alpha 4, Alpha 5, November Charlie Juliet 472. So let's go in. Park and brake off. I got my right flaps here. Yeah, okay. Guys, if my background music is too loud, please let me know. Actually, I'm just kind of speeding right now.
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact tower on 127.5, so long.
Contacted tower on 127.5, November Charlie Juliet 472. The end. Okay, we're gonna come up here. Get the tower involved. Tower, good afternoon. November Charlie Juliet 472, holding short runway 35, ready for departure.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Leesburg Tower, runway 35, winds 330 at Niner. Cleared for takeoff. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. Winds are 330 at 9. Clear for takeoff, November Charlie Juliet 472. Okay, we got our flaps there, and we are good. Get lined up here, and as always, we'll set the header bug directly out to the end of the runway. There we go. Check everything one last time. Here we go.
On board, 1 hour of fuel. Engine has some issues. It goes on and off.
Aircraft that's in trouble, November Charlie Juliet 472, just departing Leesburg. Where are you at?
November Charlie Juliet 472, say again.
I'm just making sure I'm clearing the airplane that's in distress right now with an engine issue.
November Charlie Juliet 472, no traffic in pattern. Continue departure. November Charlie Juliet 472, contact departure on 125.05. November Charlie Juliet 472, you have not been cleared into the Bravo airspace. Exit the Bravo immediately. Once clear, advise when ready to copy phone number for possible pilot deviation.
Departure, November Charlie Juliet 472 is currently at 1500. Would like clearance to the Bravo airspace so we can continue VFR down to Charlotte.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Potomac departure, radar contact.
Leesburg Tower, November 321 Alpha Charlie is ready for takeoff, runway 35. November 321 Alpha Charlie is ready for departure, runway 35. Cleared for departure, runway 35, November 321 Alpha Charlie.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Departure, November Charlie Juliet 472, currently 1500. Would like to go up to 2500 to avoid these mountains.
November Charlie Juliet 472, climb and maintain 2500.
Climb and maintain 2500, November Charlie Juliet 472. more throttle so we can continue the climb.
Theory 33, climb and maintain flight level 260.
260, Theory 33.
Turn off the taxi light. Let's pull back on the throttle a little bit. Let's just get it back up in the green a little bit. We were kind of... And then... Let's see where this is going to put us down to. Let's try to bring out the mixture a little bit.
Potomac departure, TBM 4905, Lima Mike, would like flight level 220. Climb maintaining flight level 220 for 4905, Lima Mike, thanks.
TBM 5, Lima Mike, contact Washington Center on 133.55.
Over to Washington Center on 3355 for 4905, Lima Mike. We'll see you.
I think we're gonna need to go a little more mixture. We need to go full mixture. We're starting to stall. Alright, that was my fault. Woo! Take the autopilot off for right now. Just kind of chill. Kind of hand fly this plane for a little bit. Come back down a little bit. Let's see what happens if I engage the autopilot again. Just let it go. Let it do its thing. Plane should come back down to 2,500. Let's bring the bird back.
November 00 Bravo, requesting IFR clearance to Queen City. MRB then is filed, squawk 2523. Can you give me the altimeter again?
00 Bravo, cleared to Queen City. Radar vectors MRB then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Departure on 125.05, squawk 2523.
Radar vectors MRB then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Departure on 125.05, squawk 252300 Bravo.
So let's go ahead and file that for runway 3. So we'll set the approach, and then we'll dial down to visual 3. We're going to do a straight in approach. And then we'll go ahead and activate that, and that's 1,400. Yeah, we're definitely being pushed by some 24-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm actually feeling that today. And then let's check the elevation down in Charlotte. Let's see, elevation KCHO. 639 feet. So we can set the altitude see, when's that going to be? In 24 minutes. So let's go ahead and make this down to 800, and then we'll set the VNAV, and there we go. I think that'd be good. altitude, the autopilot is doing a good job of keeping me close to that 25, considering the wind.
Theory 33, climb and maintain flight level 330.
Level 330, Theory 33.
Theory 33, contact Washington Center on 133.55.
Washington Center on 3355. We'll see you.
Departure, November Charlie Juliet 472. Can I get the closest altimeter?
November Charlie Juliet 472, Warrenton altimeter 3004.
That was Warrenton altimeter at 30.04. November Charlie Juliet 472. Thank you. Let's fix the 3004. Yeah, having it, guys. My experience with the Stream Deck Plus when you're streaming just makes it so much easier. Go outside, just have a look at the view prior to people can kind of pan around.
One Alpha Charlie, contact Washington Center on 126.875.
126.875. 321 Alpha Charlie.
I got some new gear, folks, and I've got buttons mapped, so I'm still trying to
Blue Streak 5189, 2000 for 4000.
certain things don't work.
Blue Streak 5189, radar contact, climb and maintain 9,000.
But look at
9000 Blue Streak 5189.
because they gotta do the external view, that's what it is. I've got the reset inside the cockpit view, but not I need to get on my rudder pedals because we're fighting this wind, so we need to rudder left. Just hold it there. that wind's really pushing us right now.
November Charlie Juliet 472 VFR altitudes.
VFR altitudes, November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, say again.
I'm just confirming you tell me VFR altitudes. Currently at, actually, I'm sorry, I'm 2500, November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, say again.
2500 for my altitude.
November Charlie Juliet 472, maintain 2250.
Maintain 2250. I will drop down then. Let's go 22. Okay, let's just go down here.
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact Potomac approach on 128.525.
Contact and Potomac approach on 128.525, November Charlie Juliet 472. See ya. Potomac approach, good afternoon. November Charlie Juliet 472, checking in at 2200.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Potomac approach. Good morning, Culpeper, altimeter 2997.
Culpeper altimeter is 29.97, November Charlie Juliet 472. Let's go ahead and dial that back down, 2997. Okay. So we got that in there. Like our speed. So let's get back to our approach since we had to break out of that. So let's make the altitude. We wanted 800. We'll hit the VNAV button. There we go. We got about 18.
Departure November 225 Alpha Bravo on the ground at Warrenton, IFR to Sierra Uniform Tango.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Potomac Departure Aero 225 Alpha Bravo on the ground at Warrenton Air Park, looking for IFR to
Attention
Sierra
viewers,
Uniform Tango.
this is your captain speaking.
I'll have your
If
clearance
you're enjoying
in
the
just a
flight,
second.
go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for flying with us today.
Yes, thank you everybody for showing up on Christmas. Hope everybody's having a good Christmas holiday. And thank you for the likes and the subscriptions, or the subs I should say. Greatly appreciated. As I've been telling my chat today, been doing a lot of changes to my flight gear setup and trying to get those bindings dialed in. We've got some new equipment. It's just making things a lot easier when you stream and try to fly. When you're trying to fly the plane and stream, if you can have tools and hard controls, it just makes it a lot easier. Again, we're flying from, as the title says, KJYO Leesburg down to KCHO, which is Charlottesville, I should say.
Potomac approach, Westwind 3657's with you, descending to 5,000 direct WITO. 3006, Westwind 3657.
Westwind 3657, not seeing you on radar. Cycle your transponder and ident again for me.
Direct WITO, descend and maintain 4,300 until established, Westwind 3657.
So we got about 14 minutes, so let's see where we're at on our... We got about 10 minutes to go. We have an aircraft there.
Chanix 907 Uniform Echo, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climbing to flight level 220, Chanix 907 Uniform Echo.
Try to see if we can see this aircraft. But yeah, just a nice little chill VFR flight from Leesburg down to Charlotte in Virginia. You guys are having a wonderful Christmas today. Hopefully Santa was good to you. You know, I know he was good to somebody down in Arkansas. One person hit the Powerball. That's been going on for a few weeks. 1.7 billion. Merry Christmas to him. Guys, is my chat even working? Let me make sure, because... Oh, there it is. I apologize if the chat's not working and you guys are sending stuff into chat. Let me double check something, because I didn't get notified. Let me make sure that that's working. I'm sorry, guys. Let's say hello. There it goes. Again, I apologize for missing the chat. Is there any hack to get credits in terms of the career? What I would do is just work hard enough to get set up passive income. That way you can dedicate your aircraft to be making money for you guys while you're not even flying. Yeah, I know some of you, a lot of you guys want not to grind, right? But you really have to kind of go through the sim. You know, you guys want the shiniest planes and things like that, and I get it, but you should be working yourself up to that, right? And just try to perfect whatever plane you like to fly. For me, I prefer the GA aircraft and also small business jets. When I'm not in my Cessna 172 and I gotta get there, I'm definitely in my CJ3. The reason I go with the CJ3 is because the Cessna G1000, right, and then I just upgrade to I can easily adapt to this CJ3000, or the Garmin 3000, which is in that CJ3. So I'm showing an ETE of 9 minutes. Let's look to see where the TOD is real quick. It's right here. Oh, so it's going to have us come down past the airport on our right. So we're on the back side of the airport today. So we'll come down past the airport on our right, and then we'll make a right-hand turn into runway 3. My flight today, I'm actually testing a new piece of gear that I will be revealing soon. I'm very happy with it. All I can say is it seems to be working pretty good. And I've also seemed to get the sim, after sim update 4, I had to reconfigure a few things, but I think I now have the performance and the graphics pretty good. They're not at the top, but they're getting there. And if you're just using the flight sim, let's say you're on a PlayStation 5 where it just came out recently, don't let it frustrate you, right? Just stick with it. Just learn to be patient with the sim and your controls and your bindings. Yes, it's very frustrating, but just keep at it and you guys will eventually progress. Maybe it's because I love to tinker from a technical side of things, so I just kind of like to fine-tune things as much as possible. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. So you guys are all in for a treat and getting ready to land. You're
Potomac approach, Walker 5249. We'd like to get IFR to Kilo Oscar Papa Foxtrot. Roger, Walker 5249.
So we've got, I believe this is the Potomac River down here. We're getting ready we're approaching top of descent, so that's a good thing. Okay, the wind has changed. We had like a 23 knot wind coming at us. Now it's down to 7, so it's not too bad. But my feet are getting tired because they're right now on the rudder pedal. Yeah, I could have trimmed that as well. I should have trimmed that. But like I said, I'm still adapting some of my bindings. So, haven't gotten there yet. And it looks like the top of descent. I do have a little bit of blurriness on the on my panel, but it's readable. I don't know if you guys can see that, but over here on my altitude tape. All right, so we're coming down, so let's make sure we got full mixture. All right. And let me flip my landing lights on. Should have the runway in sight. My radio's not working. There we go. Tower, November Charlie, Juliet 472 is on final to runway 3. Currently at 1400.
November Charlie, Juliet 472, Charlottesville, Albemarle Airport Tower. Say again, please.
November Charlie, Juliet 472 is on final runway 3.
November Charlie, Juliet 472, Charlottesville, Albemarle Airport Tower. Winds 210 at 4, runway 3, cleared to land.
Alright, we're going to take off the autopilot because I need to push down. Slow the plane down. I'm using some new gear, which I will let you guys know on the next video of what I'm using, because I'm still testing it. Let's run the flaps. Uh-oh. Guys, I'm still experimenting, so there's a little bit of stuff that needs to be adjusted, but I think overall we're good. There we go.
Juliet 472, welcome to Charlottesville, Albemarle. Exit at Alpha 3 at Babel. Contact ground on 121.9er.
November Charlie, or exit at Able 3 or Alpha 3. I'll contact ground at 121.9. November Charlie, Juliet 472. See ya. All right, let's get that coin. Not a bad landing. I mean, it was a little steep a little bit, but what I'm using right now is giving me that control. So, you know, I'm liking this new tech that I have here. And let me contact ground. So, 121. Ground, November Charlie, July 472 is taxi to parking.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Charlottesville Albemarle Airport ground. Taxi to GA parking stand 8 via Alpha 3 Alpha Hotel. Good day.
Alright, I need to confirm. Hold on a second. Taxi to GA parking stand 8 via Alpha 3 Alpha Hotel. November Charlie Juliet 472. So I've had to readjust my flight sims, so I'm still trying to muscle memory. Is that play here? I'm still trying to teach it. My throttle used to be on the left, now it's over on the right, where it should have been in the first place. But
attention viewers, this is your captain speaking. If you're enjoying the flight, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
yes,
Thanks
Merry
for flying
Christmas,
with us
and thank
today.
you for the likes, the people that like today, and also the subs. Greatly appreciate it. You folks in chat are my part of my inspiration that keeps me going. That just keeps trying to make the stream better and to make me learning to fly in the sim just much better. Because a lot of you just give me that encouragement, which I greatly appreciate. You guys are patient with me. So I'm still trying to tweak. This was like a test stream. And to also say happy holidays to everybody. Go up here. So trying to get all the bindings and stuff, it's just, you know, it's hard to get everything bind all at one time. But I think each flight, you know, it'll just keep getting better for us. Guys, if you ever want to fly, let me know. And, you know, just let me know in the comments. And we can arrange that. I fly usually on server East here in the US, so that's US server East. She said GA parking, but we're actually gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna go down there to the other side. I've got enough fuel. This will give me the opportunity to kind of configure some of these controls.
Pick up an IFR flight clearance, please.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
This is 576 is cleared to Chicago. Climate maintain 4000, expect flight level 410, 10 minutes after departure. Departure 132.85, squawk 1523, expect runway 3. Is it 576?
Is that correct?
I love using the Stream Deck Plus because of the knobs, and also because it has the larger screen that I can actually have the sim variables
Lima Juliet ready to taxi.
Being displayed on those little on those
taxi via
buttons.
Alpha 1.
Makes things so much
Runway
easier.
3 taxi via Alpha 1, November Tree 8, Lima Juliet.
And I know it's not, I'm not looking in the plane. I still look at the plane, but because I stream, just having that as a little bit of a crutch, just to kind of check things, just makes things go a little bit smoother. Let's go up this way. I'm testing my throttle and my rudder pedals. Landing lights off. What is that? Okay, you don't see an airplane, you're just gonna pass me by? Okay, we're gonna turn left up here. There's Alpha Hotel. This is where we should have came in the first place. see if we have a marshal here. Let me stop right here, look around. I don't see anybody, but let's go.
Charlottesville ground, Westwood 3657. I'd like to pick up my IFR clearance, please.
Stand by.
Westwood 3657 is cleared to Republics. Radar vectors to Gordonsville, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level tree 1000. 10 minutes after departure. Departures on 132.85. I'll be squawking 6357 and looking for runway 3, Westwind 3657.
Westwind Airline 3657, read back correct.
Ground, November Charlie, July 472. Do you have a preference of where I park in GA parking?
November Charlie, Juliet 472, any spot open in GA parking?
Copy that. We're gonna park where we're at. Thank you for your services, November Charlie, Juliet 472. We're gonna be shutting down the plane now. Good night. See if the control. I think the parking brake's on. Or is it this one? Oh, this is my parking brake over here. This is my view. See, having this on the stream deck, I can tell when the parking brake is set without having to go here, removing the wheel. Alright, we are going to pull this plane out. Okay, we turn off the plane, we're going to move this to the left, the fuel tanks, and then we're going to turn all our lights off. Now I can do it on my controls here. So you'll see the beacon go off, the landing light was already off, taxi light, because we had traded landing for taxi, so now it's taxi. Nav lights are off, strobes are off, and the pitot heat I have to do. Actually, pitot heat I can actually do it with this other connection over here, so that's going to be this guy. As you can see, that was the stream deck that just did that. Okay, and then we're going to shut the batteries, the avionics off. Bus 2, bus 1. As you can see, it has turned off. We're going to go ahead and take the battery down. We'll turn those both off. And we'll make sure that
Charlottesville ground.
the magneto key switch is off.
60, ready to pick up our IFR flight clearance.
And I believe
I'll have your
we are
clearance in just a
good to
second.
store this plane.
ZJ 576 is cleared to Chicago. Radar vectors
Guys,
ESL, then
also,
climb and maintain 4000.
people in
Expect
chat,
flight level
just to let you
410,
know,
10 minutes after
leave me a
departure.
comment if you'd like to do a community fly-in. I'm normally on US server East, but just let me know, and then we can arrange that ahead of time. I'll give you guys a couple day notice if you want to do the fly-in, and just go from there. And I think that's going to be it for right now. I will be back on later this evening for another flight. Just kind of getting hungry right now, so I need to go eat. Let's jump out of the plane. Here we go. Go back in. There we go. And we'll go to third party. Oh, I need to check. I think it's here. There. Actually, let me walk up. Maybe not. But yeah. Here we go. Let's check that oil. Check the wheels. Looks okay. Let's go to the side. Just making sure there was no damage or anything in flight. I think we're good. Oh, where's my luggage? No.
Cleared Hilton Head, radar vectors, South Boston, then it's filed, climb maintain 4000, then 3880. 10 minutes after departure's on 3285. And we're squawking 6752, expecting runway 3 for theory, tree.
All right, we're good.
High ground, Empire 828 is IFR to Philly.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Gonna go out here real quick. Seeing if there's any planes for departure. Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can get a close-up of this guy with the camera. That's me walking. Okay, that was me walking, so. Let's see, X and RT. That's what I wanted to do. It's Y and LT. I wanted to telezoom. All right. LTY. Yeah, I don't see anybody else here. All right. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to end this stream for right now, and then I will be back on later this evening for another flight.
Okay, we're cleared to Philly. Radar vectors Bucky, then it's
seeing
filed up
everybody,
to
and I'll catch you
4,270
later this
time
evening.
and after departure on 3285,
Just watch,
squawk 5242, Empire
if you
828.
subscribe, just sign up for notifications, and then you know when I schedule the
Ground
next
Empire
flight.
828, we're ready for push and start.
Like I said, I'm testing out some new gear, so before I reveal what it is, I just want to make sure that it's working correctly. Alright folks, again thank you for the likes and the subs today and for the stream, and I will catch you on the next stream. See ya.